conveniently, is in this area. The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen, I believe, is the first one. It is. It's right there. Alright then. No, I did manage to put the top row hotkeys on. And bind it to the button on my mouse to help with that, so that'll be good. Or I'll be too obsessed with it and fumble my way through everything. But that's fine. Hello, women. An old acquaintance of women's is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Panz. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumours, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? No. To hear him tell it, he's Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still, can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildebrand and an assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets in his head he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse, Bahamut, the Calamity. All of it can be stopped, he says, so as long as he finds a hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildebrand himself. So he flies off towards Bahamut. That's right, he flew. Launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down. Though it was only recently that we found his body. Had reason for bringing this up. Alright, so Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumours I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildebrand's grave in Lichyard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. Speak with Nasha Makaraka, the Lich Lord in Eastern Thailand. Okay. Here I am walking around like a sucker. We can fly and get racing chocobo exhaust fumes in our face. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. You there? Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. Well, if you insist. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We travelled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. then he came back down, and he splat? Crunch. This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Probably not. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No. Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. Did she just get changed on his grave? I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I do not know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the good one idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where those dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanlin, you might find them, and then you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Okay. Participate in the fate fallen corpses writhe in style. Can you open the gate, please? Now's reflection is through here. The way is dark, but I've walked it 1,000 times. I can guide you through if you like. Yes, please. Thank you, sir. Wait. Okay, so the gate here doesn't lead here. We had this, that's what happened the first time I came through this zone in the main story. I made it round to the gate, thinking that, yeah, the door, but no, the door doesn't. Alright, well. The door doesn't. Okay, to participate in a fate. Fallen corpses rather than style. Something to trigger it. Hmm. It's in the duty finder. Daily roulette. Realm reborn. I don't have. PvP. Saucer. You don't have to activate it, just a really long wait. Okay, you literally have to wait for it to show up, and we just got lucky. Wow, that is... Maybe it shows up if people are in the area. And then we're gonna kill a lot of zombies. That's the zombies, eh? It's not too terrible. They keep spawning near me, so that's good. They don't aggro, which is good. Two more to kill. Oh, is that it? No, we did it. The level is no longer synced, and we got flame seal money. Show the curious parchment to Nashu Maharaka. Did you find the zombies? You did! That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? I learned a parchment paper. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. Oh, I was supposed to make friends with them. My bad. That's a shame, but this parchment, this is a map of the Sogoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sogoli. It was just there, I think. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. We call out. Oh, one moment, guys. I will go wither the wild rose blooms. Show yourself. Oh, it's going to be the gentleman is rather than does, right? Who summons the gentle dead men? They live. They live, and we. Oh wait, it's a. They live, and we hunger. I thought it was her talking first. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Hey, Valkyrie. Hey, Toby. Up in the sky. Look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey. Gentle dead men. He doesn't look very dead. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand. Hildebrand? Zombie Brand. Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombie Brand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector.
Okay, Inspector, Overlord, Inspector, Overlord.
Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours.
Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Even if I were a esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my...
If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See, even you acknowledge the possibility this plan will result in my...
Death.
I'm great, Valkyrie, how are you? Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you'd found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildebrand remembers me. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Can I help you, miss? I want a treat. Oh, fine. She's like, I don't like the treats anymore. He wasn't dead? Ah, that's a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? For that matter, who am I? You don't like the new Velma and Scooby-Doo? It's a shame. They think he's a zombie. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admire? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? What do you got for me? Back in the saddle. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildebrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Uldar is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Well, okay then. I'm going to be humming this music all holidays. Beg your pardon, you wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter from the Mithril Eye? Do not consort with perverts. Okay then. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Your mate's park cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade on the other day to that bastard. Right. None of that made any sense. Hey, Botle. Sorry lad, but if it's information you want, we serve best by going to Wimbledon. Only rumours I've heard of those about weapon thief. Call himself a duelist, or so I hear, but don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Where is Wimmond? He's waiting up over there, okay. Wimmond! I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell. Just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wimmond! Hey, Wimmond! Foul almighty bugger with me a bleeding spear. The dead have risen, and they're walking the streets of Uldar. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. Yeah, we might need to get him a new suit. It's true, he's not a zombie, I checked. Aye, do you seem to be hale and healthy? Which begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? I question divine providence. What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe the ever-inquisite, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wimmond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most. A knave assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity! Should fly to her side at... Why, isn't the gentleman from Sagoli? A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Sure, why not? Capital. It'll be invigorating to engage in friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Woman believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildebrand with his investigation. Well, Panz, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspection, Inspector. Okay. She's down here, was it? Down near the Weavers. Oh, I remember you. We spoke to you during the quest line. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. Will bring it back to me, won't you? Priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, the wind bears sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of her championing cause? What in the world? I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item you taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone. The time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action. Miss Moon, to coax the hidden clues from your memories, you must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. Speak with Hildebrand on the steps of Nald. There's Hildebrand and Yellow Moon. Boone, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether not to purchase a new dress. When a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as the most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. See? What's going on here? What say you, Hildebrand? Once again, Miss Moon, if you'd be so kind as to tell us what you remember? Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe. when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score ponzas, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 ponzas. Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Sure, a lot of giant crates in Uldar. At the Weavers Guild, Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. A lot of giant crates, eh? These crates are everywhere, Panz. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open them. Of course. I still have plenty of explosives. Hey, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Destroy the suspicious crates with Nashu's delight. Well, okay. Hey, there's people hiding in these crates. Hildebrand. The heart of every crime rests a single and unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. Gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. So what you think? But we're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. Oh, what? What nerve? Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess, devotees, but of course, that I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. You didn't have us. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter from the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie. I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry. I presume you're looking well for a dead man? Would you like to meet one of the jeweler's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You'd be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark a beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Where the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Yeah, he's not very bright. You may not have noticed. The Immaculate Deception. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him? Yeah. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Because Humphrey's outside the Golden Bazaar. Alright. I was going to fly directly there, but I think we'd get stuck on that bit. Chocobo exhaust fumes are extra stanky today. I need to get a macro for full zoom in. And then full zoom out. Oh, that'd be good. I like that idea. Okay. Hi, I'm Humphrey. And you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir, I'm told you're the victim of a marauding duelist. Me, a victim? Ha, amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp. He found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Lou. We were... Stuck in the middle with you, yeah. Okay, Core, he was deb-hand with metal magic, he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Eliza. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar. Scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with my father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. And he comes crawling back snivelling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright, he beat the shite out of me and took my old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? Can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help with your problems, or problems of your own making. Well, you will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? What of Eliza's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help that man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Oh man. This guy's worse than Inspector Gadget. Alright, Abby. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. A travelling merchant, John Jumper, is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Thank you. Well, instead of speaking to the person she suggested, let's speak to two people that weren't the person she suggested. Lululo. That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Eliza of priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves, tricksters, a lot of them. I'm an adventurer who is a warrior of light. May not be the most honourable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eliza a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Yes. Eliza's sword? Wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Speak with John Jumper. Yeah. There it is. Jojenpa? Jojenpa. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee be authentic. You see, anyway, as I determined to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honourable man like Eorzea, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Should endeavour to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Speak with Hildebrand. Where is he? It occurs to me that I'm not fully yet recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many occasions my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? You can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Yeah, no. Ah, this comforting scent. As though I'm a child in her arms. Quickly now before it dries. Knead the oil into my aching flesh. Ah, the real. The pain multiples manifold. Gently, now gently. Again. I feel like I should be charging a fee for this. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last my muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Wait, again. I'm feeling less and less comfortable about. Right there. Yes, keep doing that. Just like that. Oh yes, now once more with feeling. Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. Search the spring for anything of interest. Oh, found muddy pebble. Okay. We found a holy pot. There's a muddy bottle over there. Alright, Hilbrand, I present with you some garbage. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? No sign of the sword John Jumper mentioned. I see. Ah. Now, I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Once again, my instincts have guided us to a quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of sneeze. Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to a dial and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eorzea as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eorzea's woes will be no more. Report to Eorzea. I thought we were just near Drybone before. Over here. It's Lulu. Oh, not inside. Eorzea. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. It is her? Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. Oh, bless you, sir. Never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. It is common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought you a change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. You would just bring me that case. Inspector Hildebrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No. It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. A challenge. For me! Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. And how much does that dude put on his head? Grown out of his hand at that rate. Hi, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry. Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's so incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing. Hildebrand. Hey, what's going on there? This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert? How much longer must I seek the Blade of Legend? That mustn't be us, that must be another dude then. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. Let us call it what it is. Genius shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildebrand will turn in the 3 collectors. We'll see more of Hildebrand in 2.2. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. It can sort of remind me of, No, it's gone. Never mind. Very good. Apparently we will speak again at a later date. Dungeon time? Yeah, I'm feeling in the mood for a dungeon. Serious business, eh? In Western Lanosha. Oh yeah, right in front of us. Rena's hands are idle, though by no fault of her own. My first genuine assignment under Master Mimidor. And now this. Whatever did I do to deserve such a fate? Oh, but where are my manners? I am Diamanda. smith recently in the employ of Naldic and Vermelis. I arrived in these parts not a few days past to assist the restoration of Pharos Sirius. Little did I expect my arrival to be greeted by that godforsaken song. Song I thought confined to my worst nightmares, yet I speak of the grim serenade of the foul sea, which that lured my poor father into a watery demise so many years ago. Though I stand here with idle hands, powerless to avenge his death, powerless to repay my debt to Master Mimidoa, once my father's mentor, as he now is mine, the agony of it all, if only my brother were here, he would see to it that. But alas, my brother remains lost at sea. You are an adventurer, are you not? Perhaps if you were to defeat the siren. Yes, you must. Not for me, then for all the sailors who seek passage across the threatening seas. Seek out Master Mimidoa at the pier. You'll find him gazing grimly in the direction of Pharos Sirius, lamenting our fate. Alrighty then. Hey, another initiate, are you? No, huh? Oh, ain't no one says yes to that. You have a familiar face, though. Come to think of it, you'd be striking resemblance to a brave lad I once met. Helped us chase one of those goddamn sirens from Pharos Sirius, he did. What, that you say? Pick up, son, your hammer's taking their toll on my ears. Any road, may not have been half the hero of your predecessor, he was, but I know the saying, any port in a storm. Aye, that's right. Damned if I can tell you why, but hell's born hussy is back and she's running roughshod over the place. The crew of her song-snared flunkies. Me and Demander have naught to do but sit on our asses till someone cleans the place out. Look, this is more than a reclamation project to me and the lass. That scurvy witch killed her father, one of me prize students, and I swore to vow myself to do his name proud and restore the beacon. These hands were made for hammering, not scuffing with sirens. What say you follow in your forebears' footsteps and fight this one for old Mimidoa? I'll send word to David, the guard at the lighthouse, and he'll tell you all we need to know. Sounds good. Speak with David. Right, well, how am I getting over there? David. Alport Docks. Maybe from there. Excuse me, ferry skipper. Isle of Umbra. Candlekeep Key. Isle of Umbra. We're headed for the Isles of Umbra. You coming along? Yes. Alrighty. David. David. Ah, there's David. Ah, adventurer. You've come not a moment too soon. The siren has holed herself up in a lantern chamber atop the structure. The most direct route would be through the front door, but I fear the siren is already wise to our intentions, and has posted the most formidable of her thralls to guard the entrance. Our only hope to breach our foe's defense is to attack from below, through a flood cellar. If you cannot win this battle for us, I know not who can. Go forth, friend, that Pharos Sirius may shine bright and new. Pharos Sirius now accessible. Cool. Let's check it out. Instantly. That's what I like to see. I need my enmity on. Hey, Dissonance. A little bit slower, I think. Music's good in this one. Those things just die, so... So much explosions. This is going well. Touch wood. Come here, dragon. Clear the fuel chamber. That's good. I need to kill these eggs. And no one's touching them, so guess I won't either. Yeah, I like this dungeon. Layout's nice and easy, straightforward. What's he doing? Good. Where are you going? These ones get destroyed. DPS decided to play. Nice. Defeat the siren. Oh, going from boss into boss, I love that in the dungeon. Hasn't been many of those. That one's like they're right around the corner as well. That's a good one. Well, hello. I thought we were supposed to be captivated by her voice. Anyway. And some of those sound effects come from left field. It's so loud. Down she goes. I would have liked to have... People really don't want to stick around for commendations, do they? Like, nope. I received a player commendation. That's another one off the list. I've got the Copper Bell and Mines and Hawk Manor on hard, the other ones left in 2.1. There are also trials, which I don't want to be doing yet.